Week 8 of the Pokemon Trainer School League. I am WiredDragon, joined by my co-host LordLuneth. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
You know what? I'm here. I'm ready. I'm getting excited. Bone Club versus Backyard Buzzwoles here. Two teams that are kind of in that cusp, though Buzzwoles being on the higher end, Bone Club being on the lower end, fifth and seventh respectively, trying to eke out those last few wins to make it to that top six at the end. I won't say playoffs, but it's kind of playoffs, but for playoffs.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I'm super excited to for today's match. I honestly, I'm expecting some beautiful showings. I really want to see some new Pokemon pop up, and I honestly, I think there may be some adjustments that I was hearing as well to some
Ooh.
team. So I'm interested to see what happens with that.
Well, I hope we see some new options today because we look at this Bone Club roster and it's the same Terra Captains I believe we've seen every week since this team's inception.
Yeah, I don't think the team has ever changed their Terra captains. I mean, I think I think Mikey's really into the Terra Steel Scizor as a plan just because Bullet Punch goes so hard.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense. Like we've seen it do a lot of damage, and versus some specific teams, like it really is having a hard time to power through it. But we have seen some relatively easy counters for this Pokemon, so I'm hoping we get into the battle, and I'm hoping we're seeing something different. But let's take a look at this Buzzwoles roster with that Iron Valley and Dragapult changing those Terra Captains.
Yeah, I'm staring at those two Pokemon and Dragapult already is such a menace, and Iron Valiant has proven just to show off that it's just equally, if not better, of a Pokemon just in general in this draft league is really good.
Yeah, if we want to talk a look at two teams really quickly too, when we're talking about stuff like that, we typically, when we bring a rain team, we typically talk about stuff like the electric type, the grass type that they want to bring. This Buzzle roster has some kind of interesting ones. Appleton, which was a trade from another team, didn't really see play into this rain team, if I remember correctly. But there is still this wonderful frog Pokemon that's going to, I assume, deal a lot of damage and probably be a big contention of what this team wants to do.
Yeah, I'm also looking at that Belly Bowl thinking it's probably going to be one of the most menacing Pokemon going into this.
Yeah, well, I think we need to take over to the battlefield to see what these trainers choose to do. As we said, important match for both these teams trying to get into that top six slot. And let's pop over to the game, see which teams have brought which. Bottom of your screen is going to be Bone Club with that Rotom Wash, the Pelipper, the Scizor, the Toxapex, the Floatzel, and the Gudra fighting down the Valiant, the Appleton, the Dragapult, the Bellybolt, the Gyarados, and that Rabsca.
Rabsca. Okay, we got some what is it? Revival blessing shenanigans possibly going on here.
I want to point out too, there's no Golden Go, which I think is the first time it has not come to a fight, but I think it makes sense given these waters.
That is true. Yeah, I the metal sound is probably not as effective against the rain team, especially with even like a Scizor, like maybe like it's going to at least become a mono steel type.
What do you think these leads are coming from these two teams based on the six you're seeing?
Um, yeah, I'm honestly I'm expecting either the rain to come up or maybe even just go into a hard Rotom Wash, just to just blast whatever comes in initially. And I
Mhm.
think on Karate Man's side, it might just be raw Belly Bolt. Like that Pokemon just goes hard.
Yeah, we've seen this Pelipper lead a few times, but we have seen some minor switches. I think that Gudra came out one week and really showed how powerful that was. So I mean, there's a lot of different options potential, and I mean, it's hard to see. It's hard to see like on our side what's really good here because I think each trainer has probably brought very specific Pokemon to try to counteract this team.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Going
Oh,
for the
okay.
leads, Pelipper does lead, and it is that belly boat immediately coming out, rain set up by Pelipper.
Yep. It's the it's the setup I was thinking. So now the real question is this Pelipper going to try to U-turn out or just raw switch? I can't imagine it wants to be sitting in front of this Belly Bolt.
Toxic Pex being the switch in here. Volt switch dealing 41% good damage, showing a bulky Pex. Waiting for the switch here. I mean, poison water, maybe trying to go into something fast that can kill it, and maybe immediately bring in the Iron Valiant. It's actually the Gyarados getting the Intimidate off.
Okay, so revealing its Intimidate is not even a Moxie set, just trying to get that set up. Equake doesn't kill. Toxic. Oh, okay, setting up to chip down this Gyarados.
Double Earthquake actually doesn't switch out for the Regenerator, so it will kill the Pex. Gyarados is going to kill, making it a -1. Gudra switching him, but that toxic damage is now ticking down.
Yeah, we have 2 ticks at this point. It did what, 6 before, now it's 12. It's gonna hit the toxic is gonna go very hard. The question is, will it live? Oh, thunder in the rain.
Thunder!
Oh, okay.
All right, well, it did protect, but it did take extra of that topic damage. Belly Bolt's going to switch in, take a little damage from this, only doing 18% of that Thunder. Charge up, Rain, gone. Showing that it's not going to be that rain extending item.
Yeah, so this Pelipper is probably carrying something to help its survivability of some kind, maybe some kind of leftovers or something like that. Draco Meteor, doing 63%. Stoke turning the Goodra into a water type.
I mean,
Okay.
it's good typing, but I'm a little worried about this damage here. I mean, a second Draco might just kill this Belly Bolt after a 63% hit, and we've seen how especially bulky this Gudra's been.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it. Even at a -2, I don't know how much anything except the Iron Valiant likes taking a Draco here.
Actually does do a switch out into the Rotom Wash. Belly Bolt gonna get a big chunk with that Volt switch, considering. And you gotta wonder what it's switching into. Actually going for the Appleton here. Leftovers revealed on the Rotom.
Okay, so we don't know what that Pelipper is holding at the moment, but Rotom here, it could just honestly, I'm sitting here looking. Is it just going to Volt switch out, maybe go back into the Goodra in front of this Appleton?
Raw
No,
switches into the
Scizor coming in.
Scizor.
Leech Seed. Okay.
I mean, at this point, like we've seen every turn switching in the Gyarados. Intimidate does go off immediately. Terra Steel immediately Bullet Punch. Classic move from the classic move, but there's a Rocky helmet revealed here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Whoa!
Bullet Punch again. Just saying. You know what? Going for it. Getting as much chip damage as possible. This Gyarados now down to 9%. Not looking pretty if it wants to come back into the battlefield.
Yeah, but now you're at
Wondering if
64.
back
Double
up.
out into the Floatzel as a Thunder Wave comes out and the Floatzel paralyzing it, cutting that speed back down. Gyarados will die to its own Toxic, but not before crippling one of the best attackers on this Bone Club squad.
Oh man, that paralysis matters so greatly here. Yeah. What do you go in here now? Karate Man after this, you kind of have free reign. This Floatzel is significantly weaker with that drop in speed.
Yeah, it might actually be able to it might underspeed Pokemon like this Valiant and this Dragapult now. Some Pokemon they were probably trying to hope to outspeed in the first place. Appleton being the switch in here.
Yeah, okay. Going for Ice Spinner, taking 66%. Dang. Apple's Acid, though, coming back, clap, and take it out in one hit. Definitely chunking this Appleton just a little bit right before it's all over for the Floatzel.
Yeah, I think showing its thick fat there just based on the fact that it didn't die to that ice damage, but it does take a lot. Gudra being the switch in here, going to go switch out for the Valiant. Flamethrower, not getting the burn, not doing
Not
too
getting
much
the
damage to
burn.
Valiant.
At
And
least, yeah, predicting that it was going to be a switch and not going just straight for the Draco Meteor at that point.
yeah, getting some chip damage off this Pokemon is going to be good for in the long run, but unfortunately with the rain up, that fire move is not doing a lot of damage. Without the burn, this turn feels like it's going very much in favor of this Valiant.
Yeah, this Thunder, I can't even imagine this Thunder kills this Valiant at this point.
And I mean, we've seen like it's good, especially bulky, but if this is a physical set on this Iron Valiant, it probably automatically one-shots it. Rotom switching out into it, Moonblast coming onto the Rotom Mo.
And it
Rotom Wash,
survived.
excuse me.
Okay, so this Rotom Wash is now sitting in front of this Valiant. I believe there's a chance that this Rotom Wash could be faster, but not high. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
especially with how bulky it took from that damage. Gujar coming back in. I mean, like I said before, this might have a chance to live a shot. Moonblast only doing 48%. Minus
Oh, the
special
special
attacks
attack reduction.
huge.
Wow. That is a significant issue. Okay, setting back up the rain, just going for Moonblast. Man, maybe this oh wow. T-Bolt. Okay. Just going quick.
Yeah,
And
going
Gujar coming
fast.
back in, and this Moonblast is going to set it down to 6%. The special attack again, and it would have killed. Wow.
Oh man.
Oh,
Revealing Terra Electric,
unfortunate.
cute. But yeah, this Valiant has definitely cleaned up the show as it is known to do. No surprise
Yeah,
here, but it definitely was a great showing from that Buzzwoles roster.
100%. Yeah, that Buzzwoles team is just completely stacked. We didn't even get to see the Dragapult or the Rabsca come in. Little sad. I really wanted to see what that Rabsca was there for. Wanted to see if it had like some little revival blessing shenanigans, but I guess it just didn't really need it in the end.
Yeah, truly a Valiant win and surely a Buzzwole win. Definitely hoping to get that win, trying to get them a little closer to securing that top six slot. And I mean, unfortunately for Bone Club, they're going to have to make a lot of slack if they want to do it. But as of today, that is going to be the match. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys for another game next time.
Later, gamers.